Let me introduce you to Mae West, Shirley Temple, and W.C. Fields. So these are the three characters, but also the title of the work that was made by Jann in 1967. This piece belongs today to the Tate collection in London. Jann is an American artist. She was born in 1942 on the West Coast, and she grew up in a family of the cinema. Her father was a film producer in Hollywood. Probably it's because she had an intimate knowledge of this world of Hollywood that she would develop a love for the make-believe and also a kind of distant gaze on the world of Hollywood and on its system of seduction. In 1961, she was age of 18, and she took a very unconventional decision. She decided to move to London, and she entered the Slade School of Fine Arts. She was then very disappointed because she discovered that there was a very machist atmosphere among the teachers, but also among her colleagues. And as a result, she started to develop a work based on fabric, on the use of clothes, of sequins, and many other stuff that are usually related to women. And she started also to make some hand-stitched fabric artworks to make her own stamp on predominantly masculine representation of women at that time. She said a few years after, about this period, I was determined to better them. And that's one of the reasons for the partly sarcastic choice of clothes, latex, and sequins as media. It was a female language to which the male students did not have access. What she didn't know is that while she was developing this technique, she became a pioneer of soft sculpture. In the same period, Yayoi Kusama also started to develop soft sculptures, and a few months later, Claes Oldenburg, the famous American pop artist, also did the same, but nobody questioned the possible gender of the technique he was using. This work was made a few years later, in 1967, and Jann decided to represent together three main characters of pop American culture and mass culture of that time. Here we have W.C. Fields, the American humorist and comedian that was immensely popular at that time. Shirley Temple, the little kid, the little girl that is considered as a prodigy of Hollywood, very capricious girl, and Mae West. Mae West was at that time a very aging actress. She was representing a kind of golden age of Hollywood, and she was all her life long a kind of unruly actress. And it's really on purpose that Jann decided to represent this actress. We are very far from the glamour of Hollywood, and in presenting an aging beauty, it's a way for Jann to denounce this industry of the sex symbol that is Hollywood, replacing the aging beauties and former beauties by new ones, and also a way to bring this dimension on perspective on vanity on the cinema world. The very same year than this Mae West, Shirley Temple, W.C. Fields artwork, she also produced probably one of the most famous covers of album from the pop culture. With her husband, who was also an artist, Peter Blake, she designed and realized the cover of Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. And now, when you will see again this very famous and popular cover, you will probably think about our author, Jann.